Today I'm going to show you how to cook one of my favorite southern cuisines, shrimp and grits. To get started, you want to check your pantry with your recipe to make sure you have all the necessary ingredients. This particular recipe serves approximately 4 to 6 people depending on who you're serving. First I'm going to work with the shrimp, then the grits, and then make the sauce. In a small bowl, you're going to combine 2 tablespoons of Creole seasoning, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and 1 tablespoon of dried Italian seasoning. Mix the spices very well. Okay. Once the spices are mixed together well, you pour them over your shrimp, which is about 1.5 pounds of Georgia wild shrimp, and shake them around to coat. Once your shrimp are coated well with the spices, you can set them aside until you're ready to use them. Next, we're going to work with the grits. Next, you're going to make your grits. In a medium saucepan, you're going to combine 2 cups of chicken broth, 1 cup of quick grits. Be sure to use quick grits, otherwise you'll be waiting forever for your grits to cook. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of butter. Then stir your grits well and wait for them to come to a boil. Once they come to a boil, they'll need to cook for approximately 5 minutes, but be sure to stir them along the way so they don't stick to the pan. And once your grits have reached a thick consistency, you're going to add in the next few ingredients. First, you're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. Continue to whisk the whole time. Make sure you whisk the grits until the heavy whipping cream is thoroughly combined. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. Also combine the tomato paste until thoroughly combined, or mixed well. Next, you're going to add about 3 to 4 ounces of extra sharp cheddar cheese, which is about a handful. Stir in the cheese until everything is mixed well and it looks like cheese grits. Now it's time to saute the shrimp. In a large saute pan, you want to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Now add in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and stir for about 30 seconds. Once the garlic's cooked for about 30 seconds, you're going to go ahead and add in your shrimp to saute. You want to salt and pepper your shrimp to taste, just however much you prefer. Make sure your pan is on about medium to medium-high heat, and you're going to saute the shrimp for approximately probably 4 to 6 or 7 minutes, just until they turn pink. But be sure not to cook them for too long because shrimp get rubbery if they're overcooked. Once your shrimp have reached a nice pink color, you want to remove them from your pan onto a plate. Use these pan drippings from the shrimp to make a roux, which is a fancy name for basically a sauce. With a wooden spatula, you're going to stir in about 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour into the drippings. Mix them well, and then you're going to let them cook over a medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's reached a saucy consistency. Alright, you can. Next, you need to whisk in half a cup of heavy whipping cream, and then a cup of chicken broth. Whisk together until it mixes well and let it cook for a couple more minutes, probably 3 to 5. Once your sauce is thickened, all that's left to do is add in Worcestershire sauce and hot sauce. First, you want to add a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce and stir well to combine. Lastly, add about a half a teaspoon of hot sauce, more if you prefer it more spicy. Stir that also. And once it's mixed, your sauce, your grits, and your shrimp are ready. All that's left to do is assemble your plate. Finally, it's time to eat your shrimp and grits. Place a couple spoonfuls of cheese grits in the middle of your plate. Then top it off with a few shrimp. Drizzle some sauce over the top. And lastly, sprinkle some pre-cooked crumbled bacon over the top.